again. Let's start. My name is Taro Hattori. I hope everybody is hearing my voice. I'm an interdisciplinary artist, and normally I work in the field of sculpture, which I make participatory so that people can join in my sculpture so that they can have conversations, or many times so that they can sing in my installation. Okay, today I'm going to do something with you, just using the tea and also the flower arrangement. But before starting doing those, I want to really thank you, the ICA, especially the member of ICA, the new director, who I haven't met actually, but Alison Guess, and also Christine, who reached out to me and invited me to do this live streaming, which is actually for me the first time. So please be generous if we have any technical difficulties, etc. Okay, and also that I really want to thank Bella Rodriguez, who helped me setting up this system. All right, thank you so much, and also thank you everybody for participating. And this entire kind of performance or ritual or just play with you will last for probably around 40 minutes. So yeah, let's see. Depends on how the things go actually. So the reason why I started coming up with this process is because of this COVID, the pandemic situation where everybody's separated, and we started losing this method of communication. So what's interesting is whatever the situation we are in, it seems we invent the code of communication. So coming up with different languages, different ways to communicate. If we cannot use languages, we use some different form of communication. Oh, my cat is here. I knew she would be coming up. Okay. Anyway, because I hope she's gonna go sleep over there, but it's okay. Yeah, this is the nature of today, right? So I'm teaching, and many times on the other side, students are there. So who have everyday life going on, and many dogs and cats coming up into Zoom and start talking about those pets, which is a part of our reality today. And then this is the part of the code of communication too. So I just wanted to invent a different kind of new code of communication. I hope this ritual will work to communicate something important to you, and hopefully I will get something back from you also. Okay. So I asked you, this is definitely optional. If you don't want to do this with you, or if you don't somehow have space or the item that I asked you to bring, that's totally fine. But if you can do this with me, that would be amazing. Okay, so the items I asked you to bring are a plate or a dish that holds water. Okay, I just brought this. This is something I got from my student actually, and yeah, it could be very shallow, it could be deeper too, but I want to have water inside. So yeah, let's find something that doesn't have holes, or too shallow or too flat, which doesn't hold water. Okay, and also a piece of sweet, your favorite sweet that we are going to use. Okay, I'm not actually a sweet person, so I am a sweet person, but I'm not eating sweets at all so often. So I brought this fig from my garden. So so you can have a piece of fruit also, or a piece of chocolate, or a piece of cookies, whatever you love. Okay, and also a cup of tea, which I don't have it here. I'm making later. A cup of tea or any drink that you like, and we are going to use that. So this is the kind of a version of tea ceremony. And also, so next thing is a pen or a pencil or whatever you can write something with, okay? And also paper. Yeah, a piece of paper. I have actually a bunch of papers here, but any letter size paper, any scrap paper is fine too, which we're going to actually cut, okay? And also to cut this paper, if you have a pair of scissors, that would be really great. If you don't, we can actually rip it. We can actually use different tools to cut papers. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you have this pair or not. If you don't, we can survive. Today, if you don't have something, we just simply need to survive without it. And I think that's the we need to all be creative about the situation, right? So. And okay, and also the final thing, this is optional item too, but if you have 3 rocks or 3 pieces of something that's heavier than water, because I'm going to use these rocks to hold a plant, so that's the purpose. For Ikebana, we normally use something called kenzan, which is a kind of heavy metal piece that has the needles sticking out. That's not for brushing your cat, okay? But but I'm not going to use that because I'm sure not everybody has such things, and so I'm going to use 3 rocks. But if you don't, that's totally fine as well. There are many ways to arrange flower without those supports. Okay. Okay, so I today combine tea ceremony. I'm not sure I should call it ceremony or not, but the tea event and also Ikebana, flower arrangement together. But those are actually historically really related to each other. Flower arrangement, my mother was a flower arrangement teacher, and she was working in this school called Ikenobo. Ikenobo is the oldest school of Ikebana in Japan, and they started in the 7th century, and right now we have many other schools, but the Ikenobo is the oldest one. And Ikenobo is also closely related to the Buddhism philosophy and also the tea ceremony as well. And especially in this, I think, 16th century, when this person called Senno Rikyu became really prominent in the field of tea ceremony, he started working with many warriors and also the politicians, and so the tea ceremony became the center of the of course Japanese culture, but also the politics as well. So that aspect was so interesting, and then he was the one who also really well combined the Ikenobo and also the Ikebana with tea ceremony. So when we drink tea, we always have flower in front of us also. Okay, let me explain a little bit about the basics of this Ikenobo. I'm not actually a specialist. I grew up with it because my mother was practicing Ikenobo, but she did not teach me, or I actually didn't ask her to teach me in a very intense way. But anyway, Ikenobo has this interesting idea of these 3 items. So probably if you have seen Ikebana, it always kind of goes like this. One thing goes up like this, and the next thing goes here, and then the third thing goes down here, right? So 1, 2, 3. So this idea of 3 is always very important. And the main thing, this one is called Shin. Shin is the center, right? And then this thing is called Soe. Soe is the support in the Chinese character. Okay, and then also this one is called Tai. Tai is the body. But also these ideas are connected to other things, much larger vision of the world as well. For example, this Shin, this is the center, is actually representing us, people, we, and you yourself. And this Soe, which is the support, but support actually represents the universe or sky or the environment around us. So we are here and environment is here. And then we have this Tai, which is, we use the Chinese character body, but actually this represents more of the ground we are living on. So the soil, ground, or the base we have, right? So we have these 3 things going on. So this, I don't think we can follow today the exactly this way of arranging things, but I really want you to keep this idea of 3 in your mind. Okay, so we are going out. I'm going out, and you're going to see me going out. And if you can, I will give you a certain amount of time to play with, and then find a plant from outside. So just think about, just don't think about the this stereotypical idea of flower arrangement, or you need to show something beautiful or anything like that. Rather, I want to focus on something very mundane, and also very something that we ignore so easily. Okay, but one thing I really want you to have in mind is this idea of 3. Okay, so this was the center and environment, Soe, and also the ground. Okay, so this idea of 3 is something we can find in so many different fields, right? In art especially, definitely. And when you need to have a balance of something that often lose its consistency or the balance because of the conflict and because of the competition, because of the stress. We all live in this difficult time, which we can easily feel this conflict around us, but we start losing balance. But if we have the third element, we can always make kind of like make them solid together. Not solid is not the right word, actually. It's really dynamically moving around, but the third element somehow bind things together. So please think about that, the idea of 3 all the time, okay? And all right, so okay. I want to get started with going outside. So we have this element, and also you need to have water too, not for drinking. This is for your flower, okay? So let's go out and see what I have in my garden. Okay, or you can actually, okay, let me take this one out. Okay, I'm walking through my room. Okay, this is the kitchen area. Okay, I don't want to show the messy kitchen, but this is my kitchen, our kitchen. Okay, so this is our backyard. Hopefully this connection stays. And this is the lettuce I am growing, and yeah, still the ash is on the leaves. And this is Berkeley fuchsia. Yeah. Anyway, a little fountain here. Okay, so I will give you like a 10 minute or so. So let's try to find something mundane, something not as kind of elegant. It doesn't need to be elegant, but something that belongs to us. That's something that we ignore all the times, but still living. Okay, so that's something I really want you to find. Also, you can actually go to the sidewalk to find something as well. Oh, my neighbor. Oh, something like the weed like this can be really beautifully arranged also. Or I want to find something really hidden normally that I don't notice. So let's start paying attention to what we are looking at. Oh, it's too dark maybe. This kind of weed is very interesting also. Or sometimes the plant which is dying can be also really beautiful too. So let's see. Oh, this is the fig tree. I got that fig I showed. And if you can find beautiful flowers like this, that's also good. So yeah, because you need to find something you love, but also the love is, I think, this active action that you want to appreciate the things that you normally don't appreciate. So let's see. Oh, this might be interesting. Okay, this is the basically the raised bed of the tomato. But see this little weed. I know this comes out everywhere. But let's get this one. And okay, so don't worry about plucking or cutting plants. Okay, so cutting plants is actually a really good thing for life of plants, and it will start growing even more. So okay, I got this plant, and actually interestingly has like each leaf has the 3 sections, number 3. So the idea of 3 is very important thing to remember. So you can actually pick up the 3 different things as well if you want. And yeah, let's see. I kind of want to have color here. Let's see what I have. This flower is too big, but maybe something got tiny. Oh yeah! Look at this! Look at this little yellow one. Okay, so let's see what I can do with this. I know this guy grows everywhere too, but I really want you to help me today. Okay. Or you can cut with scissors, or just you can pluck a little bit. Let's see. Okay, for now this is fine. Alright. I got a little yellow flower. Hope all of you have found something that you want to play with. Yeah. Let's see. Wow. one piece of maybe this Japanese maple. Let's see. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. It doesn't matter if it doesn't. Okay, so fell. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the room. Oh, this is my piano. Okay. Let's see. All right. So we got flour. Okay, so let's arrange it. Okay, I think let's make it a little bit closer. You can do it in your own way, so we don't need to just take too much time, but also just pay careful attention to what you're doing. Okay, so let's have water inside. I think this is the just the legendary episode of Senno Rikyu, the person I was talking about. But the when he was asked to arrange, that was the cherry blossom, which was full cherry blossom, cherry flowers outside. But when he was asked to arrange, he actually took just several pieces of petal and just floated, just make them float on the surface of water. So yeah, if you don't have rocks, that's something you can do too. Just simply get some pieces of plant and just make them float. Okay, so let's see what we can do with this. Oh, this little weed just started kind of dying, and it has actually a root. So let's use this root and let's have it. Okay, I'm not sure if it's gonna stand really, so that's something the challenging part. Hey Mia, don't come up here. Actually, I could take out some leaves out actually, but it's okay. Oops. So it's not always easy. And also, after you just put it in water, just if you wait for some minutes, and it starts kind of reviving, and it gets start getting more stable. So something in my everyday life. And little flower. I think I need to cut the stem a little bit so that it gets water. It sucks water just nicely. Trying to get it at the center of this. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's beautiful. So I would spend more time, but it's okay. Okay, so right now, does it look like it? Okay, it doesn't. It's not showing actually. So little flower in Japanese maple here. Okay, just place it in front of you. Okay. Now, why don't you get your favorite drink? Okay, so I'm going to bring my tea. So let me take my solar phone. I'm trying to make tea just simply. So this is not really the tea ceremony way, but traditional tea ceremony, but we are living in a contemporary world, so if you love the drink you're preparing, that's fine. Nice cup, right? Okay. My cat is running around. It's funny. Let me set my smartphone here. Okay, so I need to turn. Here we go. Wonderful. Just bring it down a little bit. Good, good. Okay, now this is something I really want you to do. Get a piece of paper. And I want you to think about this. Just think about some kind of a struggle you have. Something you just keep thinking about, but also something you don't normally want to talk about. And this struggle can be something, something that might be very, very important for you, but something you don't feel like you want to touch so much. Kind of something that gives you the sense of dissonance, something that gives you the sense of conflict, and something that you know that you cannot actually solve. Maybe possibly solve, but everybody has such things, right? Yeah. So I really want you to think about such struggle you have while doing this. Piece of paper and scissors, or you can actually rip the paper too. But I really want you to make a square out of whatever the piece of paper you found. So somehow I intentionally start cutting it in diagonally and find the right angle from this line. Cutting is my thing. I love cutting papers. Somehow that makes me really feel relaxed and also controlled in a way, but not in the sense of being controlled in a rigid way, but more like centered. I start feeling very centered. So, and then I finally cut this. My cat is really interested in this paper, so okay, you can play with those. Okay. It's getting nice. Okay. Then, write down the struggle you have in your mind. Okay, just simply describe it. You can name it. You can either describe it, okay, or you can write the name of the person who is really related to this struggle too. your boss, or your partner, or your parents who had passed away already. There are many people around you, right? So, and it's all about human relationship. So let me write down. I stay quiet for a while, okay? You don't need to talk about what you're writing into. Okay. Next thing I really want you to do is get this paper and fold it in the way you like. You can make triangles, or you can actually make interesting shape like this. In tea ceremony, we often use paper to place something we eat, sweets. But now I enveloped my struggle inside of this paper, and then I really want you to place a piece of sweet on top of it. Okay, so they always use paper as a plate like this. Of course, you may have a beautiful plate that you want to place your sweets on, but for this purpose, just use paper, and which actually is holding my own struggle there. My struggle is something I need to live with, right? So it's not possible to come up with easy solution. And whatever the conflict we have, I believe we need to live with such conflicts without coming up with easy solution, but we need to hold it and somehow creatively transform it into something new for a better future. Okay, so let me pour my tea. Smells so good. Okay, look at the flower you arranged. It doesn't matter if it's beautiful or not. This is something you would ignore at all times, but you now focused on it and you place them at the center of attention. Okay, let's have our tea and also have our sweet. Well, they always turn this cup, right, like this in this tea ceremony. You can do it and feel the cup, whatever the shape of the cup you have. Just feel the cup and within your palms, and feel the warmth or coldness or the temperature, whatever the drink you prepared, and just drink. And finally, I'm going to eat this fig, which was sitting on my struggle. This is so good. Nice. If you don't like to hear the sound of eating or drinking, which might be sometimes so visceral, if you don't like it, please just turn off your speaker. Oh my god, this fig is so sweet. I have a class after this actually, so I need to teach. But yeah, now I feel like I'm centered and I'm myself. Whatever the struggles you wrote in the paper are something that you're going to live with, but yeah, I'm hoping that you can transform the struggle you have into something new, which you can someday share and overcome, or have it as part of you. Okay, so this is it. Yeah, let's see if I'm not sure like if you have really participated in the way that you did all the processes with me, but let's see. I hope you're still hearing me. Yeah, is there anybody who wants to share what you wrote or what you arranged? And I'm not sure if I can really just okay, in the comment section, if you want to share something, please write that you want to share. Oh, thank you very much. Was it beautiful? Okay, great, thank you. And I really want you to do to try also. Okay. Yeah, and also this is something really personal too. So my intention was not really forcing anybody to share what you did, and because this is really a personal act that I really want you to appreciate, for yourself and by yourself, and yeah, and if you can do it like once a week or something, I think that would be really great. Yeah. Yeah. So again, this is the flower I arranged. Yeah, this is still weak, so I think I need to take time so that it gets a little bit of water inside, and Japanese maple there. All right, so it's now like 12:45 or so. So thank you so much. Bye bye.